Welcome to the Borealis Experience. I'm your host Aurora, and I'm very happy to be spending some time with you today. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're in a good place. And if you are not, I hope that by the end of the episode, you feel a little better about yourself. You're able to reflect and just relax and recharge your batteries. If you haven't already, subscribe to my podcast. And if you really like my podcast, please leave me a review on Apple Podcast or a rating of 5 stars. It would mean the world to me. This is how other people can find the podcast and how you can show appreciation. And it's a huge motivation for me. Today I want to talk about triggers. I feel that word is so heavily used out there at the moment. We feel triggered. We use it as an excuse. We use it to explain ourselves. And sometimes we really feel triggered by people. Today, though, I want to talk about feeling triggered by the same sex. So, if you identify as a woman and you see pictures of women online or ladies being very expressive and sensual and happy with themselves in the real world, you feel triggered. And same goes for guys. If you are living in your masculine energy and you see guys lifting heavy weights, having the body that you always dreamt of and reaching the goals that you always dreamt of reaching, and you just feel like, holy shit, I want to puke in a corner. Those people are so awful, they're so shallow, and your ego comes up with all kinds of negativity about that person. This is a sign that you feel triggered. You have a strong emotional reaction and you have thoughts that are negative and derogative, like making the other person small and you feeling superior because you have values. You don't need to sell yourself online like they do, all that kind of jazz. And why do we feel triggered by other people? They push our buttons. They remind us of pain that we successfully run away from when we don't see those people. But when we see those people, we are being reminded maybe of a past version of yourself, a past life, or maybe a present life that you're not 100% okay with. So in the tone of my voice, if you listen to my podcast here a little bit longer already, you know me, you can sense already that this topic has to do with you and nobody out there. Not a pole dancing girl, not a weightlifting guy. It has to do with you and how you feel about yourself. If you are a confident person, if you are a person who likes competition and who feels very secure in their skin, and you see a person who's being successful out there, a normal and usual reaction is like, holy shit, that is cool. I feel inspired. I want to do the same. I have the tools in my tool bag. I have my confidence. I have myself. I have my back. I will do something similar. Not the same thing, not copy pasting, but I'm going to get out there and feel inspired by this person. If, as mentioned at the beginning, your thoughts are, oh my God, what is this? I don't want to see this. I want to delete this person. I want to engage in my usual, how do you say, escape behavior, like binge eating or binge watching TV or going for a run for the wrong reasons, doing exercise just for the frustration to go away, then you feel triggered and you are dealing with a very low, small self-esteem. So how can you feel inspired by another person who is obviously succeeding more in life or everything they do than you are? How can you even get there? And I will tell you a very easy trick. A very simple little mind shift that you can do, and it will make you feel better and make you feel inspired. This little trick, I want to call it the instant self-boost trick. Entails, or however you say that in English, that you put yourself in their shoes and you see that they got to be that self-confident and successful in life. Being successful is very subjective as well, but they got to experience all those things because they put hard work into it, focus and dedication, and they sacrificed so much to get to where they're at. Now look at yourself. Look at your goals. Look at your dreams. Are you doing the same thing? Are you sacrificing? Are you being consistent? Do you love yourself enough? Do you trust yourself enough to go out there and chase your dreams and chase your goals? And very quickly you will see, oh, I'm in victim mentality. I'm trying to make another person feel small just because of my little ego not wanting to feel challenged. So what that little switch does is that it makes you aware of your ego, of your thoughts, of all that is happening inside of you, maybe even shitty feelings and stomach ache or headache. But then you know how to shift, how to drop into your heart space. And this is such an important switch to have with you at all times, every day, every hour of your life, to be aware, okay, am I being ego-driven and fearful right now? Or am I trusting myself, my capacity, and driven by love? There's people out there who are very successful in turning frustration, anger, feeling of inadequacy into success, but they are not successful in the long run. They're successful a little bit like a shooting star, and then they fade because they're not driven with the right intentions. A person who's driven from the heart, who truly believes in themselves, will have very, very different outcomes when it comes to your job, when it comes to your hobbies, your dreams, your relationships, everything in life. So, next time you see a sexy lady posing out there, living, her sensuality, expressing herself, and you just start boiling, just know that this is the ignition, the high energy that you can put into yourself to learn to express yourself in a similar way. And for you guys out there, the same thing. If you're insecure with your body and you see people lifting weights and being successful and they have so much money and they have the love of their life standing right next to them, see it as you turning the key in your ignition that initial roar, that high energy, and transform it into something productive instead of getting lost in negative thinking and self-loathing and victim mentality. Start seeing these people as expanders. They're trying to expand your view. They're expanding your comfort zone. They're stretching it instead of seeing them as a threat. And you will navigate through life way happier. You will experience life on a deeper level. You will connect to yourself on a deeper level. And this is just a huge lesson that I've learned a year ago or something, maybe 2 years ago. And it really changed how I see myself and made me realize how lazy I was and how unconscious I was and confused about how to reach goals. You have to work for it. You have to invest into it. You have to believe in yourself. You have to get to know yourself. And when there is something triggering you, it tells me or you from now on something about yourself, something you can look at and question. Hey, why am I feeling insecure? Can I invest a little bit more into myself? Can I investigate a little further and find out what is making me feel insecure? It is a very important tool to have in your tool bag, especially in times of social media and heavy usage of stories and reels and IGTV and whatnot. TikTok we have as well. So I hope you received this message. I care so deeply about you. If you want to connect with me, message me on Facebook. Aurora Yurt is my name. Or on Instagram, The Borealis Experience. And if you have questions, if you want to start a discussion with me about it, feel free to contact me. If you have an episode request, just shoot me a message. Thank you so much for listening. Bye-bye, Aurora.